Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rodolfo Toledo. Today is April 17th of 2024. I'm excited today to bring you my final presentation for JCPenney. We'll talk about some of the history and the culture behind some of the success and struggles for JCPenney. So let's go ahead and kick it off. So the agenda for today, we're going to talk about JCPenney's background. We're going to talk a little bit about their culture. We're going to get into some leadership changes and some of the challenges that occurred during some of the leadership changes. We're also going to talk about JCPenney's customer experience. We are going to talk about the e-commerce side of the business for JCPenney's. We're going to talk about some of the challenges that they had to go through their tenure. I will also cover some recommendations that I have for JCPenney's moving forward to continue success and avoid some of the previous struggles. So first off, we're going to talk about JCPenney's culture, some of the history behind the culture. JCPenney's had the golden rule when they were established in their first store. And one of the mottos is do to others as you would like to have them do unto you. James Penney was the one that established the store, so this was the very first store that was created that started JCPenney's, and this kind of started their culture. They basically wanted to treat others like you wish you to be treated yourself. James Penney's guiding principles were honor, courage, service, and cooperation. This ensures customers get the ultimate experience shopping with the company. The core values that are in place are customer value, diversity, collaboration, and honesty. JCPenney's success and some of their culture has to do with building customer relationships. Their overall goal is to create a customer experience that keeps customers coming back, keeps them loyal, and just build an overall positive relationship. They also want to do this by selling quality merchandise, but selling quality merchandise at fair prices. The ultimate goal for JCPenney's is to create the best customer service experience in the retail business. Again, we talked about relationships. Customer loyalty is something that is huge, part of the relationship between JCPenney's and their customer. And then to win together our customers by building a deeper, more enduring customer relationship is some of JCPenney's vision. Next, I'd like to speak about the key leadership moments for JCPenney's. I want to just kind of go through some of the highlighted timeline of leadership changes that had some major impacts on JCPenney's success or even some of their struggles. In 1902, James Penney founded the first store. The name of the store was the Golden Rule, as I mentioned earlier, which was soon to become Penney's. From 2004 to 2019, JCPenney's had a revolving door of leadership. They showed a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of changes. It impacted the culture and it impacted performance, which we'll talk a little bit about later. In 2004, a gentleman by the name of Myron Ullman was brought in to be the CEO. Some of the highlighted items during Myron Ullman's time was some poor financial performance. He eliminated JCPenney's online catalog, which was one of their huge successes early on, as they were one of the leaders in the industry when it came to their online e-commerce business. And he also had some situations where he mismanaged the company and forced them into some struggles. In 2011, a gentleman by the name of Ron Johnson was brought in as CEO. He had a strong track record with previous companies that he worked for, like Target and Apple. He was well known for some of the major decisions that he made within those companies. And the thought was that he was going to bring that to JCPenney's. However, that didn't necessarily go their way. He had some poor decision making and financial support basically led to some of the financial struggles that JCPenney's experienced during his tenure. He tried to implement what he called was the fair share pricing. Just to talk to that a little bit, it was basically eliminating, promotions and sales and having more of a fair price type setting where all prices all year round were just set at a quote unquote fair price, which, customers were a little confused and didn't quite work out the way they wanted it to work out. Next up, we have JCPenney's customer experience. This is probably one of the most important aspects of the culture and vision that JCPenney's wanted to set forth. Um, some of the When you think about JCPenney's customer experience, what they want you to think of is seamless shopping experience. So they want the customers to be able to shop with ease. They want customers and employees to be engaged. They also want mobile first design on website, new and innovative in-store experiences. One of the things that they're hoping to change with some of the investments that they're making in stores is they want a more modern approach as well as a more user-friendly approach, which will enhance the in-store experience for customers and just create a better overall customer experience. Um, Through their online platform, they have built in now where they have multiple fulfillment methods of how you can get your merchandise. They have the in-store pickup, curbside pickup, and ship to home. You notice that a lot of other companies have the same thing. So this is an effort for JCPenney's to align more with what their competitors are doing as well. All right, next I want to talk to JCPenney's e-commerce business, or sorry, e-commerce side of the business, and some of the enhancements that they're looking to make to improve and basically catch themselves up. JCPenney's is not currently a leader on their e-commerce side of the business, as some of the other websites for companies like Amazon, Macy's, Kohl's, they're a couple steps ahead of JCPenney's with some of the moves that they've made. So JCPenney's is trying to bring their platform up to speed to compete with some of their competitors right now. So some of the enhancements they talked about is just overall just having a cleaner look, making things seamless for the customer, user friendly. They want to streamline the checkout process when shopping on jcpenney.com. They also wanted to they simplified product discovery features. Users can buy items directly from the app and arrange for pickup. They can even get same day pickup, as I mentioned earlier. And enhance the enhancements led to double digit online sales growth. So you can see that the impact of some of the changes that they've made have made a pretty large impact on overall success. Some of the challenges that JCPenney's have experienced over the years, JCPenney's e-commerce struggles, as I mentioned before, just kind of not being up to speed, not having some of the enhancements that some of the other companies have had, and it just led to a decline in their online sales. And they were one of the leaders when it first started, because they were one of the ones that had the first online catalog, which was a hit back when it came out. J.C. Penney's as well as some other retailers some other competitor retailers, they went through some struggles with COVID. Stores were closed. You didn't have customers coming in, and with the struggle with their e-commerce business during the time, their sales revenues started to plummet. Financial performance has been a struggle at times for JCPenney's, and then there's some times when they're on top of their game. Right now, they just came out of bankruptcy not too long ago, so and a lot of store closures. So they are going through some struggles, but they are looking to rebound. Part of the struggles is or was from their lack of identity. Their culture, they kind of had a little culture shift away from their original culture, some leadership changes that changed the way they price things and just changed the overall customer experience, and that led to some struggles. And just inconsistency with leadership, um, not only having the same leader there, there was a lot of shift in leadership, which caused some instability, inconsistent customer experience, and that was overall because of some of the other challenges that just led to the customer experience not being great. All right. Here are some of the recommendations that I have for JCPenney's moving forward. First and foremost, they have to keep investing in the customer experience. It's very important that the customers get exactly what they're looking for with ease. Customers like convenience nowadays, so uh, investing in customer experience is huge. Also, investing in human capital. It's important that the employees that are working under JCPenney's are happy, engaged. You tend to get more out of your employees when they're engaged, so they need to invest in human capital. Ultimately, that will trickle up to building a better customer experience because you have all your employees engaged. Um, and this segues right into my next one: increase employee engagement and customer engagement. Again, as I mentioned, you want your employees to be engaged to create the best customer experience possible, and you also want customers to be engaged, and you want customers to be loyal. Keep driving the culture. They started off with a pretty good culture and mindset and a vision set by James Penney. They can utilize that same culture and then just build upon it and just make sure that it's driven throughout the whole company. Improve on strategic planning. When they go through some changes, I feel like strategic planning could be better. Maybe a little bit more data research into some of the things going on in the retail market to make sure that they're making the best decision for the company moving forward. Make sure leadership aligns with the culture. They had a lot of changes with leadership, and it's important that you bring in leadership that's going to enhance your culture, or not necessarily change your culture, but enhance it, maybe make it stronger, but not do anything detrimental to your culture. Also, when changes are implemented, this is huge for any company. It's important that you establish good change management so that you have good communication channels, and whenever change is made throughout the company, everything goes smooth, everybody's on board, there's no surprises, and it just helps everything, going through a change, it makes everything a lot smoother. So that concludes my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. This is just my reference page. Uh, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Outside of that, I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.